Hey everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the podcast. I'm your host Brendan, and you are listening to Launch Speed. I'm just going to do a real quick introduction here. In this episode, we tried to focus on Christmas and gadgets that people give for Christmas, but we ended up veering off onto a whole lot of different subjects. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Feel free to reach out to us at launchspeedpodcast@gmail.com. Just a side note, this is the first episode that we recorded that we decided to change the name to Launch Speed, so there's a small second intro in this, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it roll. Thanks again for listening.
Welcome back to the podcast. It's a new year, new us.
Yeah, we are changing the name from Seriatim, which nobody knew how to spell, to Launch Speed, which is an inside joke, so nobody's going to get.
We are going to provide the clip to what got us the name, and it'll probably be our intro from now on.
It'll probably be coming right now.
There's multiple shapes and sizes. To decide that a real fat guy is just a bear and it's hitting an animal.
Oh, it's not going to hit a bear.
Well, yeah, I know that. It will determine the
Launch speed?
Launch speed? Launch speed?
Stop, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put my words together. You're rushing me.
Am I helping?
No, not at all. No one else can see my hands.
Welcome to Launch Speed.
So, since it is the new year, let's talk about Christmas.
Yeah, first thing to do in the new year is to talk about what happened at the end of last year.
Exactly. Did you have a good year?
Progress. Yeah, I did. I'd say I did.
Favorite thing that happened in 2018?
Oh my god,
You cannot
so
say
much.
getting married.
Why not?
Because it's a lie.
It's a lie. It's a fake marriage because it didn't happen
Exactly.
inside of a church.
Right.
You know that some of my family members think that. I should say relatives.
Okay.
Relatives.
I was like, your mom and dad probably don't.
No, they don't think that. They don't think that. It's like really old school people for some reason think that if it didn't happen in a church, it doesn't count. I don't understand why.
Oh.
Yeah. But here we are.
In 2019.
2019. Let's see, I did not start a new job. I did not enter a new relationship. I did move.
You did move? Oh, that's true.
Bought a house. And that's pretty much it.
2018 was probably my most eventful year. I graduated, got a full-time job, and then am trying to leave that job already.
I only spent a year and a half at my first job. My first real job, I should say. And so, it's fairly normal. It used to be, like, back in between the 60s and the 90s, people would pick a job, take that job, and then just work there for 30, 40 years and retire. I think that's changed.
I think it is as well.
People, I don't want to say millennials, but younger people are more willing to just switch between jobs all the time. And there's something to be said for that. Every time you switch a job, generally you get more money. Sometimes you get more vacation.
For me, it's hopefully more money and more vacation.
Hopefully.
And not working weekends until midnight.
That would be nice. That was the worst thing about my summer job in college. It was working nights and weekends. Because I worked every weekend, and every time that I worked, it was 1 to 9 p.m.
It doesn't really make you feel like a real adult to work from 3 in the afternoon till 12 o'clock at night.
No.
And then wake up at like 12 every single day.
Yeah. Although, I mean, would you be okay with working a 9 to 5?
I 100% because I could finally get my sleep schedule set in order.
Yeah, what's your sleep schedule like now? Just go to bed whenever, wake up by noon?
Wake up by noon is usually that really only requirement.
Nice.
Sometimes I wake up at 2. I get to bed around between 3 and 6 most mornings.
Wow.
Like last night I got to bed at 5:45 or something.
What were you doing until that time?
So I played 2 games of Fortnite and I just got so irritated with how many tryhards there are in this world. And so I started watching The Punisher. Well, I tried to finish The Punisher. I'm on the last episode.
Of the second season?
Yes. Much better than the first.
Really? I thought the first was good, and I swear everybody that I talked to was like, it was good, don't make another season.
No, they did a much better job with the realities of Frank, he doesn't get shot 30
Every
times.
episode?
Yeah, he doesn't get shot.
Okay, well, that's
And he
something.
doesn't sustain injuries that should kill him.
Okay.
He gets beat up pretty badly.
But I mean, the point is that he's a superhero-ish.
Is he?
No, not really. He's just in comic books.
He's
He's
like...
not really a superhero, I guess.
Is Batman a superhero?
Not, I don't know. Depends on your definition. He's not a superhuman, but you could say he's a superhero. Punisher's a little gray area because he's not exactly a good guy.
No, he just kills.
And he's also not superhuman, except for living through all those bullet wounds.
That's true. He can get shot in one day and be perfectly fine the next.
Very incredible. Speedy recovery.
There's only one big issue I had. There's like Frank was dealing with his own problems, and then these.
Are you about to spoil this for
No,
me?
I'm not. I'm being very vague. I just want to explain
Okay.
how big of a, not plot hole, but someone in the writing room was like, we need to explain this, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. We'll take 10 minutes. We'll have these two characters find out and tell Frank, and Frank's just gonna believe him. The end. Now
Wow.
Frank's back to normal.
That sounds like some lazy ass
It's the
storytelling.
laziest storytelling I've ever seen, and like up till now, it's been great. There's not been like massive leaps until this one. And I was like, the man's having an existential crisis, and you're gonna fix it in 2 minutes? Stop.
Man, someone was just like, "Hey, we've got this thing we need to resolve, or this hole in the plot. No one's gonna like this. Let's just seal this one up."
Yeah.
Well,
So I was trying to talk about Christmas originally, and then I think we kind of went off the rails already.
yeah, a little bit. That's okay. So Christmas, do you have a good Christmas?
I did have a good Christmas. It was very quiet, and that's what I like.
That's good. What's your favorite thing about Christmas?
My favorite thing about Christmas, probably just spending time with like my close family.
Yeah.
Like not relatives. I don't really care to see them. I mean, I'd love to see them, but I don't go out of
Wow,
my way
I
to
see.
see them. So it's just my mom, dad, sister, her kids, James. It was quiet.
Yeah, I really like having everyone in the same place, especially when people get older, and it's kind of hard to coordinate that. And everyone's more or less in the same place for a couple of days. And
So did you enjoy having 12 people over here on Christmas?
over here,
Yeah.
do we have people over here?
Didn't you? Didn't you have Christmas here?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about my family. Yeah, it wasn't so bad. We were pretty prepared for it, and everything turned out well. So they enjoyed it.
So what was your favorite Christmas gift this year?
My favorite Christmas gift would be all the stuff that I bought myself in 2018.
Was that all the woodworking things?
All the things. I bought this computer in 2018. It was January, mind you, but still 2018.
Okay, so between the days of December 24th and December 27th, what was your favorite gift?
I honestly don't even remember what I got. It's been so long.
It's not even been a month. You can remember that you bought this in January.
January 18th.
Sometimes I really hate you. And the rest of the times I despise you.
God, what did I get for Christmas?
To those of you who are listening, they weren't good enough gifts.
This all kind of blends together.
So you want to ponder that?
Oh, I'll ponder for a second.
What is the worst Christmas gift you've ever received? It doesn't have to be this year. I mean, any year. Since you were 3, since that's about when memory starts.
Underwear?
That was the worst gift?
Probably not. I really should have thought more about this before we started.
I love getting underwear now.
Now I do. It's like when you're younger, it's like, oh God, socks and underwear again? Thanks.
Well, while you think about it, I'll tell you about my worst Christmas gift I ever received. I think I was 9 or 10 years old, and we had gone to the Celtic Festival, and they had throwing knives there. And, you know, being a young boy, that's all I wanted was throwing knives. So I wrote on my Christmas list, I don't know if I still believe in Santa or not, to whoever was going to get the gifts. And I wrote throwing knives. And then, you know, Christmas Day came, and I was super excited because we had so many presents. And my mom, she's like, I got you what you wanted. And I opened it up, and it's 2 plastic butter knives taped together with Scotch tape. And they're labeled throwing knives. I was torn apart.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever
God.
recovered from that. And Mom, like, I get now she was trying to, like, be genuine, but then it seemed like Mom was the cruelest human being I'd ever met in my entire life.
Wow.
So that is hands down the worst Christmas gift I've ever received.
That's that's pretty solid. That's golden.
Yeah, I'll definitely never forget about it.
Clearly, it stuck with you for a while.
It still has.
How long ago was this?
I was 10, so 14 years ago.
Wow, quite a bit. Yeah. I think probably the worst Christmas gifts I ever got was Casey's grandmother one time was clearing out her old junk and gave it to people as Christmas presents. She was giving us stuff that hasn't been touched for, I don't know, 30 years.
Did she leave the dust on it?
Well, it was in a box, so it wasn't really that dusty.
Oh. I thought she like just took things off her mantle and was like, just put it in box.
No, it was stuff that she found in the attic and just giving it to us.
Nothing useful.
Not really. I got a wallet that I'm never going to use. I got a old 4x4 Rubik's Cube that barely turns. Got $1 though, so that's...
Was it in the Rubik's Cube?
No,
Oh.
it was in the wallet.
Oh.
Apparently, you're not supposed to give somebody a wallet with no money in it? I don't know.
What, is there a reason behind that?
Superstition?
On whose part? Like, is it bad luck for you to give a gift?
So
Or is it bad luck to
Casey's
them?
grandfather thought that. So he also was like a little bit of a hoarder, I guess. So he had a bunch of wallets that he stuck $1 in case somebody ever got them, and there's the reason.
I'm so... I don't understand.
I don't get it either. Don't worry about it.
So, alright, we're not going to go any farther.
He also thought you shouldn't kill any spiders in the house because it's bad luck. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here.
Spiders die on sight.
Not by you, but by
No.
whoever you're with.
Yeah, if I'm by myself, then they stay alive for pretty long. Because I don't go near them.
Yeah. The second worst Christmas gift ever is my sister gave me and my brother flying lessons to like go in a aircraft with somebody and him teach us how to fly.
I thought you meant like she like threw you off like the roof.
No. And it was a bad present because the guy died and I never get to fly.
Oh. Did he die in a plane crash?
No, he had cancer.
I don't mean to laugh.
Why are you laughing at this? You're a terrible person.
I know. That was so abrupt. I thought for sure you were leading into a joke. Now I feel like a terrible human being.
I'm also just kidding. It was disappointing because it never happened, but I understand the circumstances. But
So he did die of cancer.
he did die of cancer.
Oh, so that's not a joke.
It wasn't a joke. But I was kidding about the way it presented it.
Oh, okay.
It was not the worst Christmas present ever, but it does leave something to be desired.
Is it so? I take it the coupon's expired.
You can say that.
Was it was she a friend of this guy?
Yeah, it was like either a coworker or the father of a coworker.
Oh, I feel terrible. I thought like she literally bought this because like my mom.
No, she didn't buy it.
Oh, because my mom bought my dad like the Richard Petty racing driving experience, and that coupon never expires. And so Dad's had it for 12 years now and he's never used it.
Why hasn't he used it?
He doesn't want to find the time to go down to any racetrack that offers it.
Does VIR offer it?
He does, but he doesn't want to race around Virginia. He wants to go with Mom out west at some point and go there.
Okay, so it's his own fault then.
Yeah, as always.
Yeah, well,
Trying to think, I haven't even thought about what my best Christmas gift was,
the gift of life.
but that wasn't on Christmas.
Oh, it was pretty close.
Yeah, but
Less than a month.
I told you it has to be between December 24th and
Oh, damn
27th. I wasn't born in those days.
We all got bikes one year. That was pretty awesome.
I didn't even think about it.
Like mountain bikes.
I got.
It was especially impressive because my parents, obviously they couldn't keep him at the house. So they stored him at a neighbor's house, and in the middle of the night, pitch black, winter, my dad rode them like a mile and a half from our neighbor's house to our house.
What a great guy.
You could have put him in the van, but okay. That was pretty dope. That one lasted me for a long time because I used it all the way through college.
Really?
Yeah.
How old were you when you got the bike?
Big enough that it was, or old enough that it was relatively full size. Oh, take it back. I used my brother's bike when I grew out of mine, but we got him at the same time, so he was a little older.
Okay.
He had a full size bike.
Gotcha. I was about to say, Brennan, I think you've grown since you've gotten that bike. I wouldn't see you riding a little BMX bike around campus.
Mm-hmm. No.
Those are the coolest kids.
The coolest kids?
The ones who ride the trick bikes around campus.
Are they cooler than the longboarders? Who just go real fast?
No. Longboarders are the coolest people on campus.
Yeah, okay.
I take that back. Scooter people.
Scooter people?
People who have...
Like electric or manual?
Manual.
Those old Razor scooters?
Yep.
Oh, I think I got one of those for Christmas one time. It all blends together because my birthday is close to Christmas.
I understand that pain.
Yeah. But it's also good.
Isn't your birthday this Saturday?
Yeah. So it's good because anything that I didn't get for Christmas that I really wanted, I'll put on my birthday list, which is much shorter. So I'm more likely to get it. And it's great because I don't have to wait, up to 11 months before I get my gift that I wanted really bad. But then I don't get any gifts for the rest of the year, and so I just buy it myself, which isn't a problem now, but before I had money, when I was broke, super broke, it was kind of painful. Broke. Yeah, not just broke, super broke.
I don't think we were ever in the terms of super broke.
I was. Because my parents didn't give me money.
They just let you starve?
Okay, my family wasn't broke, but I was broke. The amount of disposable income that I had was slim
to none.
I take that back. None to zero.
I worked every summer since I could drive. And
what about before then?
Did not work at all.
Did you have money?
No.
You had a little bit of money. I don't know. You guys would always like, hey, Mom, I'm going to the movies, and she would either give you money or just take it from her purse.
Brendan, this is on public recording. You cannot say things like that.
Well, no, your mom would still beat you.
I would ask her to take money, or I would tell her I was.
I see.
Because the thing was, Dad, not Mom. Mom grew up poor and still pretends like we're poor, which is, frugal, was what she calls it. Cheap is what I would call it.
Yeah. No.
But like when we went out with like friends and things, Dad didn't want us to ever have to ask somebody else to pay for us.
That did not work with James.
You're right, but that's because James is Mom's son.
One time in high school, James he had a $20 bill, but he didn't want to break it, so for at least a week he went around asking people for change and lunch money. And so he went an entire week, at least, without breaking that 20 and still buying lunch.
What a champ.
Yep. Change! You got any spare change? Jeez. Us.
I love him to death. But I'm so glad I'm not like him. I'll go... Like, if someone offers to buy me lunch at work, I usually turn it down.
Right. Yeah, I understand. I'm pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
I feel obligated to pay other people back, but I don't want people to pay me back for stuff like that, and it just gets complicated.
Yeah, like right now, one of my coworkers owes me like a couple lunches, but
I thought you were gonna say a couple $100. I'd be like, hey, give me that now.
No, I bought him lunch here and there, but I won't let him pay me back. Because I just feel so weird. Like I was doing you a favor. Like it's not something you owe.
Right, but if he were to buy you lunch,
I would pay him back.
Yeah. You'd pay him back. You wouldn't let him return the debt. So he's always in debt to you.
He's always.
That is a sociopath move.
I'm not gonna hold it over him. I'm just saying that like when he buys me lunch, I want to pay him back because I just don't want to be in someone's debt. But he's not in my debt because I don't expect him to ever pay me back.
Okay.
I'm not like, hey, Cody.
But then you could always hold it over him.
I could.
Yeah. Are you gonna?
No.
But you could.
I could. But that would be stupid and a terrible coworker.
That'd be awful. That'd be terrible.
So,
Yeah.
I still haven't thought of the best Christmas gift I've ever received.
I would say, can we extend it a little bit between December 20th and December 25th?
Sure, what happened on December 20th?
I might have the date wrong, but my sister gave me my nephew for Christmas. Yeah. Gift of life.
We'll check that box off. Got Your sister's gonna love you no matter what. I don't know why you're...
Yeah, she's probably never going to hear this, but regardless, gave me my nephew. Bang, bang.
I don't have a great... Like, most of my gifts have always been good. Not one stands out to my memory.
Right. When I was younger, we dealt with some lower quality gifts of the thing that I wanted, but lower quality. But I pretty much forced my parents out of that.
Oh, I take that back. My best gift ever was the first rifle I got. My 22.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So, but it was great because I opened the box and there was nothing inside the box besides a pipe. So it had weight to it. And then I opened it and there was just this piece of paper on it that told me another location, but it was in riddle form. And it took me 3 hours.
Is there a word for that? Is some kind of chase or a searching for a thing? Where you pick up things.
So a wild goose
along
chase?
the way.
Is that what it's called?
No, absolutely not.
Search and destroy. So what you meant was scavenger hunt.
That is correct, sir. Ding, ding, ding. You win $0.
So you're right. It was a scavenger hunt. I don't know how I couldn't think of that word at first.
Search and destroy.
I don't know why that came first. Wild goose chase was close though.
A little bit, except for except in a wild goose chase, there's no wild goose at the end.
Then why is it called that?
Alice in Wonderland, I think. I think I'm right on this. I don't know.
Not gonna argue. What's the height of Everest?
8,000 meters. Now we know that.
Have you even put that episode out yet?
Not yet, no. Working on it.
Working on it?
Working on it.
Okay. It's in the woodworks.
It's in the woodwork. Sure.
So, it took me like 3 hours to find all the pieces of my rifle, and then I had to assemble it. And that was super fun.
Yeah, that seems like something you would enjoy.
Considering I want to build a computer. Basically a calculator.
No. Let's not talk about this. This gives me pain.
Why?
Just because it's so tedious and pointless.
It's not pointless if you have a goal.
Yes, it is. No, okay, but I said I didn't want to talk about it.
Too bad.
No!
I'm dragging you into it.
So that was your best gift ever?
That was my best gift ever.
Gift ever? That's good. I always wondered, like, what it would be like to be one of those, like, super rich kids that gets, super awesome, fancy stuff for Christmas all the time. But I just feel like it wouldn't be as satisfying.
I'm not that rich. Never probably will be.
That's not what I meant. I was not talking about you, but, like, the kids who get whatever they want for Christmas. The 15-year-old who gets a Lamborghini for Christmas. It happens, I guarantee it.
Yeah, someone got a Lamborghini.
Someone somewhere. Car. Yeah. My brother, when he was much, much younger, my parents got him a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. And so he was on the phone with his neighbor, who's the exact same age as him. And he was like, his neighbor said, well, I know Santa's not real, it's my parents. And my brother said, I know Santa's real because my parents couldn't afford this.
How much was a 64 then?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
You.
That does.
You get a 64 for Christmas.
Yeah, that must have been late 90s, I guess. Probably. Early 2000s, possibly.
We got a PlayStation when we were...
No. Late 90s. Yeah, I think it was like 98, now that I think about it. Around about when we got it. Because we played GoldenEye and I went into school and drew guns on the back of one of my papers and
Did you get in trouble
Got a
for it?
parent-teacher conference from it. So then I wasn't allowed to play for the next 5 years. They were like, "Oh, you can't play until you're 11." Like, that's arbitrary. It's an arbitrary number. Of course, that's exactly what I said as a first grader.
Yeah, I'm sure you told your parents that they set arbitrary standards down.
Yeah. I think it was probably because my brother was 11 when he got it, or something like that.
So did you actually hold to that? Did you not play again until you were 11?
No, I got in trouble for playing a couple times. I wasn't allowed to openly play, we could say that.
Okay.
I think when I was around 9 or 10, they finally gave up.
I don't have anything else to add to your story. My dad was pretty good about giving us punishments that fit the crime.
Yeah.
An ass beating goes yards.
I don't feel like my crime was that significant, but
No.
I guess it comes off kind of, I don't know, serial killer-ish?
I mean, you're, what, 6?
Yeah, something like that.
A 6-year-old's just...
Floating through life, has no idea what's going on,
Yeah.
drawing things that he thinks are cool.
And all boys think knives and guns are cool at any age. Even
still think that,
Even
yeah.
at 24 years old, I still think they're the bee's knees.
The bee's knees. Yeah. Yeah.
So speaking of getting gifts, what was your favorite gift that you gave to somebody? What was like the most proud moment of getting a gift for somebody?
That would probably be this year when I gave my family, I gave them all cutting boards, which I made myself.
That's right, all the woodworking.
Yep. Because they were, I mean, let's just talk about me for a minute.
Okay, let's talk about you for a minute.
No, they were just like super awesome and would have cost a lot of money to buy, but it's awesome that I was able to make them. And I know that at least one person that I gave it to, one couple that I gave it to will use them.
Your parents?
Maybe. My brother has one already, so I know he's going to use it. My parents might be a little more hesitant, just because theirs is like so nice looking that they might be afraid to mess it up.
Yeah, forbid you use the item.
I know, but it's something that's I think is useful and they look super good, and nobody knows how easy they are to make.
Just glue some pieces of wood together.
More or less, yeah. You just gotta have the right tools, which I finally have. So,
I'm not gonna lie. I've told people about the dust collector pun you hit me with.
it wasn't even intentional.
It was. I don't think it was intentional.
Oh wait, maybe it was the second time.
Oh no, it was hysterical to me. Because you told me you bought a $200 dust collector, and all I could think of was you bought some item that's gonna sit and just gather dust, and I didn't realize you actually meant you bought a tool that collects sawdust. Thought it was pretty well done.
Yeah.
Didn't make me.
Most people don't know that actually exists.
No, I didn't know it existed until last week.
Yep.
2 weeks. Was it last week?
It must have been last weekend.
Yeah. That was my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to me, by the way.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you.
Since it's not your birthday till Saturday, too bad.
But something that came out of that woodworking is my mom texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, do you have a cutting board I could buy to give to somebody?" And I said, "Well, I don't have one, but I could make one."
So is that what you're doing right
That's
now?
what I'm not right now, obviously. Do you hear any loud equipment? Is there dust flying everywhere?
Why are you like this?
That's what I'm doing later. Yeah, I'm finishing that up. It's almost done.
How much you selling it for?
So it's smaller, so just like $50, which is probably
Cost math.
slightly more than what the materials cost, but not much.
So are you gonna make me a desk at some point?
Do you want a desk?
Yeah, but for free.
Oh. Well, I don't know. This desk is pretty expensive to put together.
Did you make this desk?
Sort of. I put it together. So I bought the top, which is a butcher block countertop from Home Depot, which were actually two separate pieces of butcher block countertop, and then the pipes are gas line pipes, and then all the fittings are pretty much just for furniture. So I sanded and painted the fittings and put them on the...
So you just bought
Desk
the pieces and
top.
then built the desk.
Sort of. They weren't supposed to be... It's not like it was a kit or anything like that, but yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually make the desktop, although I could at this point, but that'd be a lot of money.
No, I just want a desk that's deep enough to fit a computer on it.
Okay, so how about you ever seen one of those plastic folding tables?
I think that's what I'm using right now.
Oh, there you go. Desk for you. You can have the one that's in the basement, and I'll clean it off for you. How about that?
Well, no, I have Nick's right now, and then when he comes pick his up, I took my parents'.
Very nice. So you don't need a desk. What are you talking about?
I do love to not have a fold-out table as my desk.
You know, if you put like a tablecloth over it, it looks a lot better. It looks like a desk.
Do you know how many people have seen my room since I've moved into my apartment?
Well, it makes you feel better about being playing on a plastic table.
To answer your question, 4 people have seen my room since I moved in.
Oh, and that is one more than you have roommates?
Yep.
Very nice.
Well, yeah, because Nick's moved out now, but yeah, I had 3
One
roommates.
more than you had roommates, yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
So, with Christmas, you get useless gadgets.
Wait a minute. What's your favorite gift that you've ever given?
Oh, the favorite gift that I've ever given? Since they've mostly been to James, none.
You have gotten... So your family does a kind of like Secret Santa, but not exactly. Just you pick one person, you get that person a nice gift.
Yeah, so they don't know who you have.
Right.
So it is Secret Santa, and we just do one person out of the family.
One person gets an iPod and everybody else gets crap.
Yep. So I get James every year. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure the system's rigged.
Did you draw for next year?
Not yet. No, Robbie does it in December. He does it in November and tells us.
Oh. It is rigged then.
It's definitely rigged. I have James every year, and James always has nothing cheap on his list.
Yeah, of course not. James.
I'm trying to think. So, I got him a super nice backpack a couple years ago. I think this year as well I got him...
with the keyboard?
A gaming keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Top end, because I didn't want to get him a gift that he was going to have to sell to upgrade.
Right.
Which is what they did for him when they got him his monitor. They got him a monitor that looks great, doesn't perform that well. He'll have to sell it to buy a better monitor.
That sucks. But you got him some like good gaming keyboard and mouse. The mouse is pretty excellent. I don't know about the keyboard, but
I got him
that's nice.
Black Widow.
Okay, yeah, that's more or less what I have. Maybe not as many RGBs on it.
No, it doesn't have the number pad. It's the tournament version.
Oh, that's right. It's the small version.
Yeah, but it does have all the different lights.
Oh, fun.
Because I have an all red keyboard and I hate it. I wish I could change the colors on.
Wow. Well, you just paid 3 times as much, and you can.
Yeah.
You can still return it.
I don't want to.
Maybe not. You said you hate it.
But I mean, it's just because of the color scheme.
Oh.
It's a great keyboard.
Okay. Wow. Unsatisfiable.
Yeah. I don't want to get into why I don't like it. But I mean, it's got bigger keys than yours, and that's what I really like. Is it's hard to fat finger keys in a game.
I see.
But they are super sensitive, so when you type quickly, you fat finger everything.
Woo! So you were gonna go into gadgets.
Yeah, because gadgets is the thing to get pretty much everyone during Christmas time. Is just some like $20 gadget that they'll probably never use, or it breaks upon a couple uses.
Yeah, and why is that? Why is that what people do during Christmas?
I have no idea.
It just seems so... Why would you get someone this useless thing that they're not ever going to use and that they wouldn't buy themselves?
Because when you open it, you're like, that's cool. And that's all you say, and that person feels good. And then that's... Who cares what happens afterwards?
It's cool, but useless. You know? I don't know.
What was the best gadget you ever got?
The best gadget I ever got that comes to mind was an avocado thingy.
I thought you were just going to tell me an avocado.
Oh, look, an avocado! Thanks! No, it's an avocado slicer, peeler, and then it cuts the actual avocado meat into slices. So it takes the work of, let's say, 4 minutes down to like 3 minutes.
I bet it's a pain to clean.
No, not really. You just fucking...
Keep going.
You just run it under some water, put it through the dishwasher if you want. It's easy. Unfortunately, we lost it, and I have no idea where it is.
So you wouldn't say, 14-inch long pizza cutter wasn't the best gadget you ever got.
That's not a gadget. That's a utensil.
That's true.
That is an awesome pizza cutter, though. And I'm still surprised at how sharp that thing is.
I'm glad.
It's like a knife. It's 14 inches long.
Yeah. I didn't want to get the thing I hate about pizza wheels is the wheel is always wobbly.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to cut through thicker crust with it.
Right.
So.
Especially when we burn the hell out of our pizzas on purpose, of course. Yeah. And then the edge of the crust is just insanely hard to get through. So
I figured with a blade that you can just chop.
Yeah, that thing's a serious weapon.
Glad you like it.
It is pretty dope. We also got well, there's still utensils, but we got a bunch of pizza stuff this year.
Is there any gadget you ever got that made it a day?
What do you mean?
That you got and you cannot remember using it more than one day, or it just breaking on the first day?
Probably. I mean, we used to get a bunch of like stupid toys and stuff, like the remote control helicopters. Mm-hmm. We got those sometimes, and they wouldn't last more than a day. Partially that was because of them getting stuck on the roof.
So speaking on that, the warthogs, like the ones that you pump up, pressurize the bottle with air, and then you just spin the blade and you can just chuck it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're kidding me.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
So they're these, not model airplanes, they just have styrofoam wings, and they've got a bottle that you can pressurize to spin the propeller. And they usually only last a day because they flew through trees, and styrofoam wings just don't do well in trees.
You don't say.
Especially when that thing gets some good amount of speed, so it just strips its wings off, and then it's just a rocket downwards.
That's pretty cool. Can't believe I've never seen that before. Maybe I have. I could have sworn. Not coming to mind.
No, we haven't gotten them in so long. I was debating getting one for Henry, but I didn't want him to have the disappointment of breaking it in the first day.
Yeah, no, that's how those things go. I mean, it's like $10 to watch someone be happy for 10 minutes. $1 a minute.
It's valuable time.
Yeah, time's valuable.
So no, I got a Leatherman gadget that fell apart on the first day.
Really?
Yeah, the screw came out the bottom and all the tools fell off.
You put it back together?
I was 11, so it was...
No.
I'm not saying it was my fault why it fell apart, but it could have been my fault.
I could go with probably, yeah. Yeah, probably.
No, I went out and, it was a knife and pliers and screwdriver and bottle opener, which I didn't know was a bottle opener at the time. And I just used every tool on everything I could find until it fell apart.
Nice. I got not actually a Leatherman brand Leatherman, but the same kind of thing for Christmas maybe like 10 years ago. Still works perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah. No,
awesome.
I'm looking right at it right now, I think.
Are you? Yes, you are. You're looking right at it. Yeah. Except for, okay, when I say perfectly fine, with the caveat that the scissors are rusted shut, and I actually forced them open, so they're rusted into its little nook, so it's not like they're sticking out. But I forced it open, and then they're too rusty to actually get any spring pressure, so they're just stuck shut forever.
Why don't you clean it?
Because, man, that's way too much work.
You have no problem sharpening knives at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
What else am I supposed to do while you're asleep in my living room?
Do you classify the knife sharpening kit as a gadget?
Kind of. That's one of the most useful things I got. I asked specifically for that because I know how good it is at sharpening knives, and it takes a lot less skill than a whetstone. So, if you want to classify it as a gadget, then that would definitely be up there.
Okay.
The thing that I'm glad that nobody's gotten us yet are the Google Dot or the Amazon Alexa or whatever, all that crap. I'm very glad no one's gotten us that.
Why? Because
as a computer engineer, those things are creepy.
James got one for Dad.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the new ones is that the speakers are really nice. Still creepy.
So why... Let's just delve into that for a little bit here.
Okay.
Why is it so creepy to you?
Because number one, they don't work without an internet connection. So obviously everything that you say is being uploaded to a server somewhere. Not saying that they're necessarily storing it,
They're storing
but they're storing it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been several cases where the police department has subpoenaed the records from the Alexa to solve a crime, like a murder or something, right? And
Why, are you asking me? I have no idea.
well, I'm telling you it's happened.
Okay.
So, while it's good to catch murderers and stuff, if it ever gets to the point of an oppressive government, then they have all the ammo they ever need.
You sound like a kook now.
I'm not saying that is necessarily going to happen. I'm just saying it's dangerous for an entity to have that much information on you, specifically things that you've said or done.
So I should probably cancel your birthday gift. What did you want for your birthday anyway?
Money?
No.
Just you to spend time with me?
Well, that's not true. I don't know why you would wish that. I won't be here.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to be in Florida.
Well, that's all I wanted.
Me to be in Florida?
No, you to spend time with me. I guess I'm just going to be disappointed forever now.
Sorry, it's with Gaelic.
Great. The person who ditched our wedding.
Yeah.
For a terrible reason. Whatever about some car breaking down next week.
I told him that I never explained to you guys why he didn't come.
It doesn't matter. He didn't come.
No, he's like, but you told him the reason, right? I was like, of course I told him. He doesn't believe me. He thinks he thinks that you guys hate him.
We do.
Because can't wait for him to listen to this.
It was the most important day of our collective lives up until now. And he missed it. For no reason whatsoever.
No, so he told, because obviously...
I don't want to hear it!
I want to talk about it because I want Gaelic to know just how dumb of his reason was.
Is it okay if I'm not listening?
Why is it okay if you're not listening?
Go ahead, just go ahead.
So, he tells me, 2 days before your wedding, that he's got transmission problems with his car and he needs to get them replaced.
What, the aliens aren't sending messages back?
I see what you did there. So he tells me that he needs to get this transmission fixed, and then about a month ago we were talking, and he told me it took him 2 weeks or a week to get his car in and get it fixed. I was like, so you're telling me that you didn't get your transmission fixed, so you could have driven to the airport, which is only like 45 minutes away, flown in, flown out, and then fixed it? Because he didn't get the money back for the flight. They just gave him credit. Which
he then used to not see us.
Yes.
Which is all that I was expecting. Like, okay, at least, use the credit to come see us. Nope.
No, he's really the worst friend we've ever had.
Continue.
But he's like, but like, he's telling me that it was like a lot of stress on him and he, wasn't feeling up to the trip. And I just wanted to let you know that he thinks that little of you.
I'm glad. I'm glad. When I get an invitation to his wedding, my car is also breaking down. I'm sick that week. I have cancer. There's gonna be a full moon. Glaucoma.
I like that one.
So the House of Representatives introduced a bill to make marijuana. What's the word I'm looking for? Well, taking off the
decriminalized.
Handled in the same way that alcohol is handled. So they basically...
It's not a felony.
They'd transfer all the authority to the ATF and deschedule it. You know what the bill number is?
Please tell me it's 420.
It's 420. It's HR 420. You can look it up.
That's awesome. Did they do that on purpose?
So one thing I saw said that yes, they did it on purpose. But I don't know. There's a 418 and a 419, and a 421. So I don't know for sure, but it seems intentional, doesn't it?
I'm glad
It would be hilarious if it was an accident.
They just have to play it out like that.
Yeah. So that was introduced earlier this month, so we'll see. Doesn't really affect me much either way.
No. You still can't do it.
Probably not.
Are you excited for them to legalize marijuana in the next 2 years?
I honestly don't really care that much. Like I said, it doesn't really affect me. It's not really something I'm trying to spend my life doing. But for people who like have cancer or people who are anorexic, might be good for them.
Is that to I don't want to say disabilities, two diseases that allow you to have medical marijuana? Anorexia,
no, but I'm sure it would help them. People don't want to eat anything, and suddenly they want to eat everything. Get a little bit of a rubber band effect there.
Slightly. Only binge eating.
So I think that glaucoma and cancer are like the top ones. Cancer because how much longer you're gonna live, and
yeah,
I think it has more to do with the chemo and the radiation not making you want to eat, and not being able to keep food down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and a marijuana derivative, CBD,
that's legal and super popular.
It's semi-legal because it's still derived from a Schedule I drug, which means that it has no medical benefits. But if it's not
but you can buy there's websites now that sell CBD.
I think it's sketch. I think it's still technically federally illegal. Just because you can go to a store in California and buy a bunch of weed doesn't mean that it's legal federally.
It's true.
So
fair enough.
Anyways, a marijuana derivative called CBD oil was approved by the FDA in order to give to kids with epilepsy because it stops their seizures or helps stop their seizures.
I'm glad we're finding uses. The only reason I'm excited about decriminalizing marijuana is because I don't want to have to pay for a bunch of people in prison on weed charges.
Yeah, I think there are some good possible benefits to it, but with anything, people can take it too far.
Because they didn't do that with alcohol.
Nope.
Nope. I mean, I we should just treat it how we treat people who drink and drive. It's a DUI. First time it's really expensive. Second time, I think it's jail time.
I wouldn't know. I have no idea.
I've never had DUI either, so I don't know the criminal proceedings for it.
Not a clue.
But since 21 seems like a high age limit, since you can serve in the military and die for your country, but you can't drink for it.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different debate.
Yeah.
And we don't talk politics on this podcast.
We do not. We do not, even though we did touch briefly just now on marijuana, which is a politically heated topic, but...
Would you say it's polarizing?
Not excessively.
I just think there's some people who are but that's for most topics. They feel very strongly right or wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean right or wrong as in they feel like they're right and you're very wrong, not the right side of the spectrum and the left side of the spectrum. Wanted to clarify that out there.
Yeah. People are just very, very passionate, I guess you could say, about their views, and they think that they're right and nobody else is wrong. And that's a problem wherever you go. But for some reason, it's worse when you get onto anything political because they're unwilling to listen to the other side and unwilling to have an actual conversation about anything meaningful.
So back to gadgets, since we kind of derailed again.
Yes, I blame you.
What are we talking about? How did we get to there?
It's not important.
I don't remember what we went over. So, what's a gadget that you've seen that you've wanted to get for somebody that you haven't because you're like, they're never going to use it, but you thought it was like a super cool gadget, like at the Bose store? I think that's one of the more common places.
So, like, Bluetooth speakers? I think that...
Are you just picking out gifts that I have gotten for people?
Have you... No? I don't know. Have you gotten someone a Bluetooth speaker?
Yeah, I got James a Bluetooth speaker a couple years ago. I got him the jawbone.
So I was gonna qualify that. For most people, they don't have a use for Bluetooth speaker in their lives. Some people do. I'm in that category of having a use for it. But for most people, it's just kind of another thing that they have. It doesn't really make anything any better. They don't really use it that much.
No.
Like I got a Bluetooth speaker a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and I never really used it until I moved into this house.
Do you use it while you work out or something?
Yeah, I use it while I work out. I used to sometimes use it in the garage, but it's become of use.
I'm afraid to keep asking you questions about bad gifts because you keep listing the ones I've given to people.
Let's see. What else have you given to people that I can shit on?
Backpacks.
Yeah, backpacks suck.
I got a similar backpack you have.
Yeah, I think it was the same brand, maybe?
It's the same brand,
The kind?
it's just larger.
Yeah. Remember how I had a backpack that I got for Christmas and then you stole it and still have it? It's that black and yellow one?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really, no.
I actually have no idea where that backpack is.
Good, me neither. Gone
No,
forever.
actually I do. It didn't survive.
What do you mean it didn't survive?
It didn't survive college.
What did you do to it?
I didn't do anything. It just happened to meet the street at a high speed.
What happened?
I left it on top of my car.
Wow, great, wonderful.
So it hung on all the way to campus, and then
What was it hanging on to?
I had it. It was like the strap was stuck in the door, so it didn't fall off until I took the last turn, and then it tore that strap. And then when I realized what had happened, because I heard the noise, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I saw just this black little strap hanging out, and I put two and two together, and I've never brought my backpack in. So I drove back around campus, and had been run over a couple times. The only thing, and my notebook was fine, but your backpack was in great shape.
Oh my god. One time we were driving somewhere to my parents' house from here, and there was a little teeny tiny frog on my rear view mirror, like on the side view mirror, actually. And I didn't notice it until I was going 60 miles an hour. And it was just hanging out. I was like, okay, cool. Next time we stop, I'll take you off or whatever. Then it started moving. Then it started kind of struggling to hang on. And started going on the side, on the passenger side window, and then it was gone. Gone forever.
Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's... Oh. There's nothing worse than looking behind your vehicle and knowing you've done something wrong. Like, I've been taking the trash to the dump, and I'll just look in my rearview mirror, and I'll see a trash bag, and I know it's out of my truck, like, out of our trailer. But I always stop, and I go back and get the bag.
And you pick up all the litter?
If it's been hit, I'll pick up as much as I can. Most of the time, people don't hit full trash bags, though.
Sometimes, you know.
I mean, like, if it's unavoidable. That would suck to get hit by, like, a 55-gallon trash bag of shit.
I would say so. Also, why do you guys have that much shit? You don't work on a farm.
What do you mean? We have two 55-gallon trash bags.
You just fill with poop?
I hate you and your literalness. I'm the literal one here.
I am Spartacus.
You are... So, any exciting news coming up?
Any exciting news? Well, it's almost February, which means almost nothing. Because as time passes, I'm just getting older and it sucks. I found a gray hair the other day. Like a solid, maybe closer to white.
On your head?
On my head. It was I was at work and I was like washing my hands in the bathroom and I looked up and there's just this one hair just sticking out. I was like, fuck me.
Do you know today will be the youngest you will ever be?
Thanks, man. For the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It's all downhill after 25.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any birthday plans?
Actually, you and my parents are both out of town, and those are pretty much the only people that I would plan on doing anything with on my birthday, so nope. I'm also not a fan of birthdays. I'm just not a fan.
Let's go into it. Why are you not a fan of birthdays?
So, part of the reason is pretty stupid. No.
Your parents didn't hug you enough as a child.
Shut up. No, part of the reason is it was always during wrestling season.
You were bullied.
Gonna kill you.
You only wrestled for 3 years. How has this ruined birthdays?
So every year there was a tournament on my birthday. And it's not what I wanted to spend my day doing, because we had to set up for the tournament, do the tournament, take the tournament down. I was tired, I got home, it sucked. Right? And then in college, every year,
You had a wrestling tournament.
classes started
Oh.
on my birthday. And I went from this nice month-long break of just hanging out and doing nothing to a bunch of asshole college professors giving us homework on the first day of class. It was a terrible transition. So that's part of the reason. So that mine has always been combined with things that are annoying, right? The other part of the reason, and the much bigger reason...
I'm glad you're finally getting to it, because the other one sucked so far.
It did, yeah. Is that other people take their birthday way too damn seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's my birth week, or something like that, and they just make such a big deal out of it. Like, there's people in high school that would make a shirt for themselves that said, like, it's my birthday, and bring in cupcakes like, hey, it's my birthday, worship me. And I just hate those people. I just hate them all.
We went to the same high school, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're probably asleep. No, it just people just take their birthday way too seriously. So I try and be as far away from that as possible.
Don't you love how people on their birthdays, like, I don't have to do anything because it's my birthday?
Oh my god! One time I was working on a senior project in the last semester of college that was a requirement for graduating and could have prevented me from graduating. And we were doing a project with 3 people, and this one girl said, I'm not going to do anything because it's my birthday. I was like, ho, listen up. Okay, fine. I'm not going to be confrontational, but I don't like this. So
Did you make her do anything?
she wasn't available. She didn't answer her phone or anything. She told us in advance that she wasn't going to be available just because it was her birthday, and then she didn't do anything. To be fair, both of my teammates were so stupid that I ended up doing the whole thing anyways, because neither of them were competent. So the results didn't change, but it's still just the fact that she said that was so annoying.
I want to know what happened to the other, like, 3/4 of the population that suck at group projects. Because the only people I've ever heard from are the people who've done their group projects. What happens to those people?
I don't know.
They just
I don't know.
disappear?
One of them, I guess, graduated college somehow, and the other one I haven't heard from since I basically completed her project for her. Which is just amazing.
So I only had one group project that went super south. It was in my nutrition class, and we had to give an end-of-year presentation about nutrition, which is so much fun to talk about. And I had 3 group partners. I was assigned them, and then we had to give a small presentation during the middle of the semester to show where we are at and just keep us on track. And all 3 of them dropped the class 2 days before the presentation.
Wow.
And so I had to rewrite the presentation and present it all by myself.
Nice.
And then the end of the year one, he gave me 2 more group partners. They also dropped the class right before finals because they weren't going to pass.
Wow.
So I had to rewrite a second presentation and present it by myself for a group setting. And it was supposed to be like 15 minutes to 20 minutes long. And so I had to talk 15 to 20 minutes on the whole thing by myself.
That sucks.
It was miserable.
This one time at my high school in Germany, we had to do an hour and a half long presentation by ourselves. Or maybe it was 45 minutes. I think it was 45 minutes just by ourselves.
It's still long.
Yeah, because we had the block schedule, so it was hour and a half classes. So yeah, it was a 45-minute presentation. It was so much work. It was absolutely ridiculous.
It's amazing how much information you need to give yourself 45 minutes of talking.
Yeah, that's like 45 pages of movie script.
That'd be hilarious. That's how you went up there. And you, like, read stage direction.
Enter left.
Looks off screen. Looks off.
Yeah. It's just absurd. But when I die, I want my group mates to lower me into my grave.
So they can let you down one more
So
time.
they can let me down one last time.
I knew that's where you were going.
How did we get onto this?
We got to your birthday.
Oh.
And then we got to why you hate birthdays.
Yeah, screw birthdays.
And then we got into group projects.
Yes.
Well, my birthday is 6 days before yours, so it's just greater and better in every single way.
Actually, it's a less significant number.
How?
20 is less than 26.
But it's MLK Day most times.
Milk Day? I love milk.
No, so when like MLK Day is always the following Monday in the third week. I don't know actually what day it's supposed to be. I don't know. What MLK? I used to think it was like the 19th because for a couple of
No,
years.
it's like the third Monday. You just said it weird.
I did.
Yeah. The following Monday in the third week. Alright. Well, what does that even mean?
So my birthday falls in that weekend almost every year. It's either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or MLK Day itself. So I
But
never
you're allergic to milk.
Why are you set on milk right now? God! I just usually have a 3-day weekend on my birthday, and that's why it's better than yours.
Also, not an allergy, you're just intolerant of milk. Just like I'm intolerant of you, so I'm developing this rash on my hands.
At least it's not my intolerance. Yeah, that's... Let's get into that real quick. I'm kidding. I don't want to talk about what happens to me if I drink milk.
Other gadgets. Yeah, please let's
Well,
not.
we're going to finally get back to gadgets?
We could. I mean, we don't have to.
No.
At this point, we're just messing around.
Yeah. We had some topics, and then we...
You ever seen those, like, wine bottle openers that are electric?
Yes, we use them at the club.
Do you actually use them? Do they work?
So when I said we used them at the club, did you think I was being rhetorical?
Well, kind of.
Yes, we use them. That's why I said we use them.
Do they work?
No, we just like to play with them and then actually get a real wine bottle.
Do they work well? Damn it.
They
You
pull
know.
the cork out.
That's another gadget I feel like is not all that useful, but is something that you get people for Christmas.
Okay, so compared to the old-fashioned like wine bottle openers where you just screw it in and then you basically brute force it out.
That's actually not how you do it. Did you know that? I learned this recently.
You're supposed to use the tab on the side and peel it up.
There's like little levers that you... Yeah, I didn't know that for the longest time.
Yeah, but everyone who uses them just brute forces the cork out.
Yes, because they're ignorant. Morons.
But if it doesn't have like the two handles on the side that you just press down and pulls the cork out, I think electric openers are awesome. Requires pretty much zero effort.
And you're all about zero effort.
I am the laziest person that I know.
Yeah.
Not lazy. I'm efficient.
I would say lazy.
I'm efficient. I'm successful with
Nope.
minimum work.
No, I wouldn't call you successful.
That's hurtful.
That's just me.
What did I ever do to you?
Well, I could name a couple things. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've kind of exhausted.
Well, everything you've like hammered is things that I've liked. I'm the reason those gadgets exist.
Yeah, it's people like you. People like you.
Have you? I just want to talk about have you seen the party trick where you take like a? I don't want to say a blowtorch, but it is a blowtorch, and you heat the bottom of the cork and it pops out of a wine bottle because you pressurize the air.
No.
It's hilarious to watch people attempt that because they usually break the bottle.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like a good idea.
You know, I just want to know who has a blowtorch available, like an acetylene torch, and doesn't have a wine opener. Like, where are you living?
Manly men.
It's but they're drinking wine.
Yeah, because some girl brought it over. So how does it work? Do you just heat up the wine?
No, you heat up the space between the wine and the cork.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it'd be that efficient. Seems like it'd be much easier just to go out and buy a wine opener.
Yeah, I feel like you'd also ruin the wine.
Also, I thought that wine came in a box.
If you're in college, it does. In fact, it comes in this neat little bag in a box.
Ooh.
So you can carry it around and slap it like an obnoxious twat.
I never understood the slapping.
I believe some fraternity started it.
Yeah, it's not like
and we've carried it on since then.
Yeah, why do we do these things?
Bagged wine was my choice drink in college.
Really?
Yeah. It was $17 for 5 liters of wine.
That's a lot of wine.
Ask Gaelic. Next time, he might have already told you the story about we finished a bag of wine between us in one night.
Maybe. I mean, that's only like 6 bottles of wine?
Yeah.
That's not that much.
No. 3 bottles of wine to yourself in a couple hours and nothing.
Nothing.
You don't have a terrible hangover or anything.
Honestly, I don't know how much actual alcohol is in a bottle of wine because I drink wine so infrequently.
It's around 14% usually.
I know the percentages.
Why'd you say you didn't know how much alcohol is in a
like, compared to, like, a beer.
Beer's 4% usually.
I understand the percentage. I'm trying to figure out percentage of actual alcohol in a bottle of wine compared to a beer. Do you not understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Okay. A beer is 12 ounces with 4% alcohol, so that is, I don't know, X number of ounces of alcohol, right? And a bottle of wine is 750 milliliters. It's usually 12, 13, 14%. So that's a different X number of ounces of actual alcohol. I was just trying to figure out if you knew the comparison. Do you still lost?
I'm not lost. The 14% answers your question.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
How many beers do you have to drink to be as drunk as drinking a bottle of wine?
Probably 3 times more since it's 3 times weaker.
But it's not 3 times the volume.
So if you had a 750 milliliter bottle of beer that's 4% alcohol, I would say you have to drink 3 times more. It's not like the can. They don't sprinkle alcohol into the beer itself.
Yo, I'm dying here. I'm dying. I understand that.
You make no sense.
Okay. Alright, let me put it to you a different way. How many cans of beer are in a bottle of wine?
I don't know how many milliliters are in a 12-ounce can.
I don't know.
I don't know the conversion off the top of my head.
Yeah. This is the most pointless conversation we've ever had. Because I think that I'm making sense, and you don't think that I am.
Well, because
you're not being helpful.
So let's just say we have... I'm just so astounded that you were struggling on this concept. We have 1 ounce of wine and 1 ounce of beer. 14% of that ounce is alcohol in the wine, and 4% of that.
No, I get that.
So why are you so confused about how much beer you need to drink? Just drink 3 times as much. To consume the same amount of alcohol.
I get that.
Then why are you asking? You asked what volume.
Because I'm just trying to put into perspective how many beers would equal 3 bottles of wine.
A lot. It would be a
Oh, it's so helpful. God. Why do we do this to ourselves?
I just want to know, do you want me to give a number on it?
Yeah! That's what I wanted.
It's all you want.
That's all I want.
Is a number.
Well, an accurate number.
So I can give you a number.
Never mind.
I think it's...
Nope. Let's just bury this.
Hold up.
No.
Give it to me.
Nope.
4 ounces of wine is usually a glass of wine. It's 4
ounces.
Is it? Yes.
Are you sure?
And that's equivalent to 1 beer usually. Yes.
4 ounces of wine is equivalent to 1 beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that give you a better understanding?
So...
Do you want any more conversions for us?
I'm really tired of this topic. I'm really honestly tired of this topic.
Man, we have really veered off of Christmas.
A little bit. Not to mention, this is going to come out at least a month after Christmas.
It'll probably come out in February.
Probably second week in February. I don't know. It depends. But
January 24th, for those who don't know when we recorded this.
We're doing it live.
We do need to do our turnaround a little bit better.
We do. We do.
And by we, I mean you.
Thank you.
Because you're the producer.
For putting all the work on me.
You do have the equipment.
Producer, screenwriter, actor, audio technician, purchaser.
But it's my idea. I'm the owner.
God damn it. Boy, oh boy. What is the most medium Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
Medium? So, what... You mean like something that I used but didn't really like? Or something that I liked but didn't really use?
So it's like, it's never the person that you most suspect that did it. And it's never the person that you least suspect that did it. It's the person that you most medium suspect that you did it. So apply that to Christmas gifts.
Chapstick. I get chapstick every year from my mother. That's about a medium gift because I'm excited for it, but I'm not that excited for it. That or a toothbrush.
Yeah, you do have halitosis.
But no, I don't. That's just hurtful.
I'm just kidding. It does run in the family, though.
It does run in the family.
Also just kidding.
And I didn't throw anyone under the bus here.
Yeah. No reason to throw anybody under anything.
So, do you have a medium gift you have in mind?
No, I was really just trying to ask you a difficult question. You came up with an answer, so...
And thanks for listening to this podcast because it's been an absolute wild ride today.
Yeah. It's been something.
Has been. Thanks for listening to Launch Speed, though.
Launch Speed?
It's not going to hit a bear.
No one else can see my hands right now.
Well, do you have anything you want to say before we close out?
Let's see. My birthday is 3 weeks before you're listening to this, so wish me a happy 3-week belated birthday.
With that 5-star rating attached?
That 5-star rating, smash that like button. You're tired of that. I can tell you're very tired of that.
I was tired of the second it came out.
Subscribe to me on YouTube. Don't forget to catch our next show live from Saturday night.
That's pretty sure that's trademarked.
Oh, damn it.
No, so we want some feedback on whether or not we want to record it video as well.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing that. Make sure you tell everyone that you know that you're listening to this podcast. Tell them it's the best thing ever, and maybe bait them into actually listening.
Yeah, if we get a couple minutes out of them, we're happy.
Yeah, so it's just the download. They don't have to listen to the whole thing as long as they download it. Get
our numbers up. We got to pump those numbers.
Got to get our numbers up. We'll do the good old pump and dump. Get a bunch of people listening to it, and then sell it real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that 10 more times, and we'll be set.
Yeah. We could always, branch out.
Yeah. As in.
I don't have any ideas. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't.
Great. Such a thinker.
Why do you have to follow me up with questions?
They seem like follow-upable questions.
All right, let's end it.
End what?
Let's end this.
No, Zach, get that knife away from me.